Okay, and welcome back to another vid entry for City of Heroes. We are going to take care of the final section of the Shadow Shard on this video. And as you can see here by the sign where my mouse cursor is at, it's called the Storm Palace. Perhaps the most hazardous of the Shard zones, but we'll be able to handle it for this tour. So, let's go ahead and hop into the old portal. And away we go. Okay, and as you saw there on the loading screen, this is the Storm Palace. Here we have our little exit from the zone, this tiny little portal. And we have another vortex here, just like we had in some of the other zones. We'll check that out later. Let's do the old opening up of the map. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. As usual, we have 8 badges to get. There are no history plaques in any of the Shard zones. And as usual, this zone, if we log out in it for 21 days, we get a jetpack and a day job. But let's go ahead now and we'll just start off with this badge. Courting Madness. Looks like it talks about the mental disorders one can get from being in the Shadow Shard for too long. Okay. And this zone of the Shard is of course also linked to some of the Shard task forces that you can run. There are about 4 Shard task forces that are tied into the Shadow Shard zones. Each task force is a bit lengthy, with Dr. Quarterfield, also referred to as Dr. Q, being the longest. In fact, due to the extreme length of the Dr. Q TF, or task force, we call it TF for short, there are not many people that are willing to run it. I mean, that's a task force you kind of have to set a date for in advance and have people signed up on a list on the forum that would want to join it. Here we have some more Rollaroo, but as you can see now, they're actually level 50, same as me. So, this zone is definitely a little bit higher than the others. Ah, here we are. Lanayru. They're connected to the Rollaroo, and these are storm elementals, pure energy beings with pure energy attacks. And looks like the new badge is right here. The Acolyte of Anger. As you can see, the denizens of this Shadow Shard realm are a little bit more hostile than the others that we've been through. But we'll just take our leave of them and head on to the next one. Try to keep the map closed as much as possible, just use it as a quick reference to make sure I'm in the right direction. Here we have another big building floating there in the background. Looks kind of like a Death Star or the near Death Star from Futurama. We'll be visiting that building as well. Just like we did in the previous zone. More Rollaroo. And we're still on course for the next badge, so that's good. Start to lower the old altitude, because it should be coming up. Aha, here we are. There it is. Right here. Malice Aforethought. Looks like the denizens of the realm are starting to play a little rough. No matter. I must admit, the text descriptions and lore on these map badges are pretty interesting reading. They definitely put a little bit of thought into them. As you can tell by looking at the sky in this zone, this is definitely not a very friendly looking zone. It's pretty well designed, but again, as with all the other Shadow Shards, lots and lots of traveling are involved. Nice music. And as stated on the other videos about the Shard Zones, if you can't fly, you really don't want to be in here. You need to have either the flight power, like I possess here, or else a jetpack. Super speed, super jumping will not cut it. Your only other viable option is to be a teleporter or to have someone with teleport you. Okay, there's the next badge. Tormented. So this badge hints that we could become corrupted and part of Rollaroo if we stay in the zone too long. Yeah. That's all just text talk. You can stay in the zone as long as you want. There's... Yeah. Okay. We got a few more land masses to fly over here. Take a look, see around here. More Rollaroo, more rock. Definitely one of the more interesting zones that they've made. Also, as you can see on our course for the badges, we're getting closer to the old building there. Here we are. There it is. Right there. Hate machine. So Rollaroo is trying to get himself free from his imprisonment in here. That's not good. Actually, in the Who Will Die arc that killed off the original Statesman, there was a sorceress villain by the name of Darren Wade who wanted to take Statesman's power as well as the power of Sister Psyche, another hero that he destroyed in that arc, and used that power to try to summon and usurp control of Rollaroo. So basically, in the end, in the final mission, you are fighting Darren Wade merged with Rollaroo, or known as Rollawade. It was an interesting battle. It actually took us into space, where we had to fight him up in space. Ah, Fist of Fury. Okay. So yeah, we're hopeful that having been able to fight in a space-based zone at the end of the Who Will Die VIP arc, that just maybe that means more space zones would come in the future. Would be nice. Okay, we got some more Rollaroo here, and they're pretty close to this badge, but that's okay. Here it is. That's right, and those Rollaroo use psionics to attack. That's not good. Okay, and here we are now. We're gonna go for the final badge of the zone. But first, let's take a look at this building. As you can see, it's not quite as shiny and pristine as the similar looking building from the other Shard Zone. We'll take a look on the inside and see what we got. Lots and lots of rubber room. More storm elementals. Definitely not a very hospitable group of people, are they? No portal entrance there. Okay, let's go spin around to the other side. Alright, we'll see if we have anything here. There's the other entrance, exit to this area. Just keep on going. Okay, looks like maybe there is another entrance here we can utilize. There it is. Amazing how such a tiny portal can be used for transport. Oh, cannot enter. Yep, gotta be part of a task force to get inside there. Inside there would be an enemy of Fathom the Kind to have to take care of. He's big, he's powerful. Yep. But we can't get in there unless we're on the task force, so that's okay. Let's head outside. Take another look at this storm-damaged building, as it were. As you can see, these meteors or whatever can't hurt us, but they are nice to watch. Let's see now if we can get to the top of the building. We'll be able to get to our last map badge. Must have went past it a bit. There it is. The very top of the Storm Palace. That's what this building is called. We obtained the 8th badge, Lord of the Storms. Then we have Storming the Palace for gaining all 8 of the badges from the zone. And for having over 200 plus badges, I now get the Trailblazer badge as a bonus. So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A nice little mini tour of the last Shard Zone. Like I said, definitely not a very hospitable zone, is it? But pretty cool looking, pretty nicely designed. Would be nice if they could revamp the Shard Zones a bit and make them a bit more, I don't know, I guess necessary to visit outside of the task forces, but that's okay. I imagine such a thing is not high on their priority list. Okay, there looks to be the sun of the zone. Well, we won't be able to fly to it, of course. They won't let us do that. Those apparently might be moons. Hard to say. There we are. Good. There we are. Get a nice external view of the Storm Palace. There you are. Now you can. And there it is. Very nice looking. The evil that it contains can only be faced, though, on the task force. Okay. Well, looks like it's time to get out of the Shard Zone now. As to how to get out, well, if you can teleport to Pocket D, teleport to your base, you can escape. Or you can use your Ouroboros time portal if you can land somewhere to open it, because you can't open it while in the air. Or, as with all the shard zones, you can also just take the long fall. There we go. Ah, who do we have here? Ah. Nothing like having a quick vendor nearby that you can use to sell off unnecessary items. There we go. Now, where are those portals at? They should be nearby. Ah, yes. Who's this? Combat medic for purchasing inspirations. Ah, here we are. Okay, this is the normal exit, but as always, I like to hop into the old vortex and see where it takes us. Ah, it's going to take us to the Chantry. To the far end of the Chantry, of course. That's okay. Basically, as you can see, the Chantry is kind of the polar opposite in terms of appearances to the Storm Palace. This realm looks a lot more peaceful. And the Chantry itself is definitely not a blasted wreck like the Storm Palace would be. We showed the inside of this on a prior video, so we won't be going there again on this video. This video was mainly to focus on the Storm Palace. Just wanted to give everyone a nice look at the Chantry while we're here. Get a little bit closer. And do this. And there it is. The Chantry. Okay. This would also be a good time maybe for you to use the print screen button or something on your system to get a couple good screenshots. This would actually make a pretty nifty desktop wallpaper now that I think about it. Get a little closer. And there. Okay. Alright, well, hope you enjoyed all these tours of the Shard. Shadow Shard, that is. And now you saw where all the map badges are at. So, we'll see you in our next video. Until then, farewell for now.